What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without feint. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it's our lives. So, wherever you are, I always encourage you to enjoy your life. Live and enjoy your life. Your life is more important than dreams. Your life is more important than visions. Your life is more important than revelations. Your life is more important than prophecies. Your life is more important than trances. Your life is more important than hearsay. Dare to know everything, question everything, and worship nothing. Live by the knowledge of factual truth. You cannot achieve this anything in this world without knowledge. Knowledge is spring. Dare to know. Don't let anyone keep you down in believing without knowing. Okay? So we continue with our series of Bible study. And today we are studying Genesis chapter 26. Genesis chapter 26. Let's go. From verse 1, it says, There was a famine in the land. There was a famine in the land. The wise will ask, Where was God before the famine? And where was God during the famine? And where was God after the famine? They told you that God watches over you or over the world, that God created the world and He is the one controlling the world. So God permitted the famine to happen where many people will lose their lives. Think about it. God allowed famine in the land. Can God prevent famine? Yes or no? Those of you that will say yes, we then defend this with people's fault, people's mistake. There's no reasonable argument for God. The only reasonable argument you will ever make is against God. Because if God is all powerful, all knowing, and ever present, there's no reason for you to blame yourself or anyone else or anything for what God failed to prevent. He said there was a famine in the land. Where is God? Where was God? There was famine. I want you to think about it. If there is even one person that believes in God in the land, that faith or the prayer of faith of that person should be enough to prevent famine if God is real. I was born in a very deep religious family. Every Sunday we go to church. There is that prayer section that the priest will make all of us go down on our knees. And they'll be asking us to pray for the peace of the world. Pray for this thing, pray for that thing. Yet we never have peace in this world. We never have prosperity in this world. We never have joy in this world. In God's name. Everywhere God's name is mentioned, there is famine, there is trouble, there is poverty. Not only in the church every Sunday, but every morning and the night, we always have family praying and worship, prayer and worship section before we sleep and after we wake up. Yet, it couldn't solve or end our poverty. My parents were poor, and all of us, 9 of us, were born in that poverty. My father died in 2023, still in poverty. My siblings, myself, we are still living in poverty. None of us can acquire private jet. We are poor as I speak. The same thing is applicable to you that is listening to me, because the really rich people don't listen to people like us. They don't even have time for all this. All they have time is to make more money. How to lie, deceive people for more money. That's all they do. Rich people don't bother about what is happening in the land, because they have abundance in the midst of lack, because they are thieves and the robbers. Mhm. Do you want to be rich? You must be a thief and a robber, stealing from people, robbing from people to enrich yourself. And for you to stay rich, you must continue stealing from people, robbing people. Today, they are doing it with the help of politics or government and religious leaders. Look at your life, look at my life, and tell me that I'm lying. Then I will tell you, you are a moron. You need to wake up and face the reality. Your fear can never end poverty. Your faith can never end poverty. Your hope can never end poverty. Your love can never end poverty. Your humility can never end poverty. The only thing that can end poverty is the knowledge of factual truth. There was a famine in the land beside the famine, the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistine, in Gerar. I want to show you certain things from this first verse. There was famine. The first famine was in the days of Abraham, who gave birth to Isaac. Isaac inherited this famine again. The second one came. What did Abraham do when he faced famine? And what Isaac also did when he faced famine? Both of them did the same thing, proving that there is no God who can help you in times of famine. Abraham ran to Egypt, where he became very rich. Egyptians were people of knowledge, not people of faith. Abraham was a man of faith. People of faith always run to the people of knowledge for assistance in their time of need. Somebody I have not met for many years. I got her number. I called her. We were excited to start talking again. I sent her money from America here. But one day she said she got birthday. Oh, I said I don't celebrate birthday. That triggered her. She get upset. She begin to vomit nonsense, defending her God, her Jesus. Say, who created you? Did you ever? I said I don't celebrate birthday. How is that a problem to you? You are quoting God and Jesus. She didn't even read the Bible. The people of God never observe and celebrate birthday in the Bible. In the Old and New Testament Bible, it is only two people, or it were only two people that celebrated birthday, and they resulted in death of innocent ones. First was Pharaoh, the invader of Egypt. Yes, pharaohs were invaders of Egypt. Kingship is foreign to Africa. Also, Herod in the New Testament. which resulted to what? Death of John the Baptist. Can you think about it? John the Baptist was the forerunner of Jesus Christ. He was killed because of birthday celebration or after birthday celebration, but it is from the promise made for on that in that birthday celebration that led to his death. That's where a dancer, a little girl, requested for his head because her mother wanted to revenge for John the Baptist's message of leave another man, another woman's wife alone. All you Christians, all you Bible believers who are observing and celebrating birthdays, show me where godly people, the Israelites, the people who fear your God in the Bible, Jesus and his disciples, I want you to show me where they celebrated birthday in the Bible. If you can show me that, I know you are not a moron. There was famine, first famine in the days of Abraham. Now there's another famine in the days of Isaac. No God showed up to help them. Abraham ran to Pharaoh. Isaac ran to Abimelech. Verse 2. Then the Lord appeared to him and said, see, I keep telling you this. This their Lord always appear after the problem, and he will never solve the problem. It is still people that solves the problem. He appear. This God only appear. He cannot show up. He only appear in the dream, in the vision, in the revelation, in their head, not in their time of need. God never appear. After you suffered, you went to jail, or you went for that business trip, you came back and you claim it is by the grace of God, you are a liar. Then the Lord appeared to him and said, do not go down to Egypt. Because that's where Abraham went. He said, don't go. We had a new plan. Or we have a new plan. He said, live in the land of which I shall tell you. But he already went to Gerar because of famine. He went to the king of Philistines, great Philistines, which the others say they are uncircumcised. That's what they always do. After you help them, they insult you, they call you names. I have been helping my parents and the siblings for years. I came to America. Before I came to America, when I entered Jalaba International, even when I was a pastor, I always give to my family. But 2018, when I stopped, I said, no more me laboring and you giving God thanks for my sweat or the fruit of my labor. So we don't. You have to acknowledge that I am the one making the money and sending it to you. My father said, no way. And all the rest of them joined him against me. They made praying and fasting against me, did everything for me to come back to God and Jesus. But they found out he fell. The more they pray against me, the more I am living better. Look at me now. Go check when I was a Christian. You will see great difference. I don't fast anymore. I don't pray anymore. I don't go to church anymore. I don't go to any minister's conference. I don't go to any church convention. I don't waste my time, my money, my energy, my resources in the name of God and Jesus anymore. Why shouldn't I live better? I don't fear anymore as they do. I don't worry anymore as they do. I don't hope as they do. I don't love as they do. I don't humble myself as they do. I'm living my life naturally. The Lord appeared to him and said, do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land, as dwell in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. For to you and your descendants I give all these lands, and I will perform the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. And I will make your descendants multiply as the stars of heaven. I will give to your descendants all these lands, and in your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my law. God is a liar. Isaac went to people's land. He said, I will give you, I give you all this land. The land the people already occupied. Your God sent you to take that land. That's why we still fighting today. The place called Middle East, where the Palestinians and the Israelites occupied after they displaced us. And they're still fighting over it today. Even some Africans are supporting Israel. And some Africans are supporting Palestinians. Both of them are our enemies, and they are land grabbers. That land does not belong to the Palestinians and the Israelites or Israelis. It belongs to Africans. Know why they call it Middle East? Middle East, east of what? East of Africa. You went to a land where people there show you hospitality and they help you, that land, Africa, but you turn around and say, it is the land the Lord your God has given to you. You began to kill them, began to destroy their culture, began to destroy their heritage in the name of that your wicked God of Israel. Some call it Yahweh, some call it Jehovah, some call it Allah, some call it Chukwu. Some call it Ogun. Some call it Olodumare. Some call it Chineke. Many names they call that wicked God. The God that watches you suffering, famine, war, poverty. The God that gave you 666. If you know what it means, it has nothing to do with Africans too. That mark 666 simply means what our oppressors made up to keep us enslaved. 6 stand for God. 6 stand for war. 6 stand for money. These 3 things, our oppressors forced them on us to keep us enslaved. Think. So I give you all these lands because also your father obeyed me. Abraham's obedience did not make God to stop famine from coming to Isaac. Isaac still suffered the same thing Abraham suffered. Is it not the same thing happening to you today? You are suffering the same thing your ancestors or your forefathers or your fathers suffered. Although they believed in God, you are still suffering the same thing they suffered. That should be enough to open your eyes to stop believing whatever they believed and begin to know what they didn't know. Verse 6. So Isaac dwelt in Gerar. Remember, Isaac went there, but God said, I give it to you. And the men of the place asked about his wife. And he said, she is my sister. For he was afraid to say, she is my wife, because he thought, lest the men of the place kill me for Rebekah, because she is beautiful to behold. Now it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked through a window and saw that there was Isaac showing endearment to Rebekah, his wife. Then Abimelech called Isaac and said, quite obviously, she is your wife. So how could you say she is my sister? Isaac said to him, because I said, lest I die on account of her. And Abimelech said, what is this you have done to us? One of the people might soon have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us. So Abimelech charged all his people, saying, "He who touches this man or his wife shall surely be put to death." It's still going on till today. See how they use marriage to force people not to admire beautiful woman. So if you touch that man or his wife, you will die. I touch somebody, you kill me. That is evil. If I touch somebody, that let that person touch me too. Why killing me? Why saying people shouldn't sleep with a woman because she's married? Why? Why not stop marriage and people be free to fuck whoever they want and have the child or children they want? And it's not a must they have children too. And yet we say we're free. How are we free? Where we are living under the laws, rules, commandments they made up for us. But check what happened here. Isaac not only inherited famine or suffered the famine that his father suffered, he also lied like his father, like son. Abraham lied 2 times to save his life because there is no God that can save him. God is not the truth. The only thing that can save you is the truth. God is not the truth. People are the truth. That's why in your time of need, people are the one that comes to help you, to save you. Isaac lied. He called his wife his sister. Okay, Abraham said he married his sister. Okay, to justify his own lie. What should be Isaac's excuse? Oh, he married his cousin. Both Abraham and Isaac married their family members. Why are you children of Abraham and also those who has become children of Abraham through faith in Jesus Christ who represent Isaac? Why are you not marrying your family members like Abraham and Isaac did in your Bible? If God allowed Abraham and Isaac to marry their family members, why are you making your own to be a sin? Why? And you believe you are worshiping the same God they worship, the God of Israel. Everyone who are living by faith is a liar. Check it. They must lie to you to remain faithful. If they say the truth, the curtain will disappear from their face and they begin to see there is no God, there is no supernatural, there's no Jesus, there is no Allah, there's no Yahweh, there's no Jehovah, there's no Chineke, there's no Chuku, there's no Ogun, there's no Eledumare, there is no any spirit anywhere that can do anything. There's no such thing as a spiritual world or spiritual being. Let the curtain open. Begin to question it. Say you have brought guilt upon us. You wouldn't have been guilt. He said she's his sister. So if any man sleep with her, he has not committed any. He does no guilt about that. But that's what these teachings of spirituality and religion causes in us. We feel guilt living a natural life. You see a girl you like or a woman you like, oh, you feel guilt because it's evil thought. Oh, you shouldn't have sex until you get married. Who said that? Anyone that say you should not have sex until you get married is evil person. Any person, it doesn't matter who they are. If they say you shouldn't get sex unless you get married, that person is evil. And if you listen to such people, you will live all your life in evil, thinking you are doing well, but you are not. And that's why you'll be living in self-hate, hating yourself. When you see yourself want to enjoy, you say, no, don't do it. You're going to say against God. Idiot God. Verse 12. Then Isaac sowed in that land and reaped in the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. Did he say the famine is over? No. Are you saying in that during that famine, Isaac sowed and reaped the same year? I don't think so. It must be after the famine, right? Or you say, oh, by miracle, during famine, Isaac sowed and God blessed him, he reaped 100-fold. Then try it, let's see. In dry season, go and farm. Let us see you are God. Without you watering it, without you linking any water, or going by the riverside or by waterside to farm. I want you in the dry land, in dry season. Go and farm. Let us see you are God. Make you reap in the same year 100-fold. Let us see it. It can never happen. Bible story are bogus. Say, and God bless him. God cannot bless anyone. God can never bless anybody. Don't be deceived. There is no God. Use your head, not their books, knowing you are nature. He said, for he had possessions of flocks and the possessions of herds and a great number of servants. So the Philistines envied him. A lie. It's a lie. Philistines already are rich. How can they envy Isaac, a newcomer? It's impossible. He said Philistines envied him, including the king that made him rich. They made him rich. How can they envy him? The only people that can envy you are people you are richer than even before they came to you. Or you went to their land and became rich through your hustling and struggling, and they become envious, like the Yorubas and the Hausas are to the Igbos in Nigeria. Why? Because even after the war, when they took all the great possessions of the Igbo people and gave them only 20 pounds, after some years, the Igbo people became the richest in Africa. They went to Yoruba land, develop it, build. Most Yoruba people that are against Igbos today in Nigeria, the people that brought light in their villages were the Igbos. The people that brought development. The people that built the face upstairs in their villages were Igbos. In their towns, Igbos. Dissenting in the north. They become envious of the Igbos, or they envy Igbo people. That's why they will tell you Igbo people want to possess them. They always want to dominate them. No, Igbo people are doing their business. The Igbo people are doing business, so because of their people in the village, to show them that he has made it. Igbo man will never come to your place to compete with you for anything. He comes to do business, not competition. You are the one that sold your land to Igbo people. You don't have it again. Your children now are saying Igbo people want to dominate because you want to take your land back. It's not done that way. I heard there's international law for land too. You cannot eat your cake and have it. All these Yoruba people are against Igbos. Your fathers were the one that sold those lands to the Igbos. You see what they're also doing against Igbos in Ghana. They tell you, oh, hey, Nigeria, they are talking about Igbos. Oh. It's Igbos that have properties in Ghana like that. Igbos everywhere. You remember when Igbos were developing Ghana? They started by doing business there. And you see them buying goods from Alaba because they started from Aja Alaba or Dumata or that. Then they went to Ghana. This is how Igbo people operate. If somebody comes from Uganda to main market and they bought something, you keep coming. Igbo man will train somebody and send him there, open a shop there, and they establish business there. That is Igbo for you. We are not competitive people. We don't compete with anyone. You are the one that see it as competition. Igbos they don't compete. That's why you see, whatever they put their hands, they become great there because they don't compete with you. Competition have to do with bloodshed. Igbos don't compete. Igbos do business and they prosper in it. If you are doing business, you must prosper in it, unless you are selling rubbish. But if you're selling what people need, you will prosper in it. Say the Philistine envied him. It's like saying that Igbo envied the Yoruba people or Igbo envy Hausa people. No, Igbo never done that. Who has been in the power? Who have been presidents of Nigeria since after the war? Not Igbo people. Igbos face their business. They don't mind the government. That's why it seems like Yoruba and Hausa people are better and go, no, because the day Igbos will pay attention to politics in Nigeria, that will be end of one Nigeria. Igbo people will take back power. And that's why they don't want to create Anioma. Some of them are agitating against creation of Anioma state or having a Biafra nation. The reason they are fighting against is the only Igbo people in the whole Africa who can liberate Africa from white man's bondage. Only Igbo people. Quote me anywhere. You say, I don't know what I'm saying. Look at your condition. And then why are you suffering? You have been in power for many years now. What have you done? They are telling you that. See how Basanjo is telling you that Nigeria need P2B. They know the only person that will even bring any little change, great change in Nigeria must be Igbo man. The first car manufacturer in Nigeria as we speaking now, Igbo man. The father of internet, one who invented internet we are using to communicate all over the world, Igbo man. Igbos never carry last because they are the original people. Know why they are called the Igbos. Igbos are not tribal. I mean, they are not tribe. Igbos are not language. Igbo means ancient ones. Ndi Igbo, ancient people. It's not a tribe. And in that Igbo, ancient people, no matter who you are, if you are part of ancient Africans, you are an Igbo person. You are an Igbo person. But you won't listen to me because you only listen to educated people who keep eradicating sources, eradicating prosperity, eradicating progress, eradicating peace in your land. Verse 15. Now the Philistines had stopped up all the wells which his father's servants had dug in the days of Abraham his father, and they had filled them with earth. And Abimelech said to Isaac, go away from us, for you are much mightier than we. Story. Then Isaac departed from there and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar and dwelt their tent till not building. After they tell you that the one that teach you how to build, no? We taught them how to build, how to bet, how to do great things. And Isaac dug again the wells of water which they had dug in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abraham. He called them by the names which his father had called them. Also, Isaac's servant dug in the valley and found a well of running water there. But they had herdsmen Fulani herdsmen of Gerar quarreled, quarreled with Isaac herdsmen, saying, you see, herdsmen, Isaac have herdsmen. These people have herdsmen. That's when they wrote the Bible, and the people still believing it in this time. Saying, the water is ours. So he called the name of the well Esek, because they quarreled with him. Then they dug another well, and they quarreled over that one also. So he called his name Sitna. And he removed from there and dug another well, and they did not quarrel over it. So he called his name Rehoboth. Oh, I used to preach with this, and I used to make banner, at the church altar with bold letter like this, Rehoboth. I always, for now, the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. I used to preach this in the church often. But I want to show you something. He said, the well Abraham dug then, and the Philistines covered them. He said, Isaac dug them again, and still named them the same thing Abraham named them. I want to tell you something. White people will never stop trying to enslave black people as their fathers did. You're supposed to know that, black people. Slavery never ended. Trump can show you that. If you want to understand Jesus Christ and the Bible, look at Trump and America today. I keep telling you, they are bandits. Bandits don't live with people. They live separate. The only time they come among the people is to rob the people. It's not new. Say, Rehoboth, for now, the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. After the people dug well and succeed, he said, the Lord has done what? Okay, now in Africa, we have insecurity everywhere. Watch. When we succeed in securing every place now, hey, religious people say God has done it. It is God. They are killing people daily in Africa in the name of kidnapping, in the name of killing, in the name of politics, for whatever reason, for money. They kill people, and God is not doing anything. After that, he said, hey, after it stopped, he said, the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. How about those people killed? You say your God has blessed you and made you rich. How about your siblings? How about your family members? How about your village people? How about your townspeople? How about your community people? How about your other people who are dying daily in poverty? Your God don't see reason to bless and enrich those people, to bless them as he blessed you. I was discussing with somebody, say, oh yeah, God chooses who to bless and who not to bless. I say, see. Say, the God that will bless me and not bless my siblings may thunder fire that God. That God don't deserve your praise. That God don't deserve your belief. A God that cannot bless all of you equally is useless. It does not exist. That God don't supposed to deserve any of your worship or any of your time. Verse 23. Then he went up from there to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him the same night and said, he only appear in the dream because it's not real. And dream is the product of your brain. Know that. All that thoughts you are having, it has nothing to do with supernatural or any God. He appeared to him again the same night in and said, I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not fear, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your descendants for my servant Abraham's sake. So he built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord, and he pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servant dug a well. Why is it every time this God appears, one of the first things he tells people is, do not fear? Because God is a monster. What happens when you see a monster? Fear. Fear. But if God is real and God is good, as they said, there shouldn't be no iota of fear. There should be no fear at all when God appears. Because it's supposed to be beautiful. Beautiful. It's only when something is scary, that's when you entertain any form of fear, when you see them. See, like me, if I see serpent like this, I feel I want to kill it because the way they raise me about serpent. But there are people that use serpent as pets. They don't have any fear when they see snakes or serpents. But me, when I see snake, I want to kill it. I want to kill it. The thing in me want to kill it because I think it's coming to kill me. Adam saw God, fear. Abraham, fear. Isaac, fear. And you who believe in God, every time you hear God, fear comes. And that is what torments you. There's no Satan or devil tormenting you. It is the fear of God that torments you. It's in your Bible. 1 John chapter 4, verse 17, I'll be 18. Whichever one is there. Verse 20, it says, Then Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahuzat, one of his friends, and Phicol, the commander of his army. And Isaac said to them, Why have you come to me, since you hate me and have sent me away from you? But they said, We have certainly seen that the Lord is with you. So we said, Let there now be an oath between us, between you and us, and let us make a covenant with you that you will do us no harm, since we have not touched you, and since we have done nothing to you but good, and have sent you away in peace. You are now the blessed of the Lord. Story. After they give to you, you become the blessed of the Lord. Let the Lord give you now without people giving to you. Let us see how you are blessed of the Lord. Nobody is blessed of the Lord. It's a lie. When you ask people, how are you doing? They say, I'm blessed. They are delusional. That's why they're saying that. Verse 32. It came to pass the same day that Isaac's servant came and told him about the well which they had dug, and said to him, We have found water. So he called it Sheba. Therefore, the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. He went to Beersheba. He dug well. His name is Sheba. Therefore, the name of the city is Beersheba. The city was named Beersheba before he went there. Then his servants dug well, and they name it now. They tell him we have found water. Then he said, okay, the name of the place now is Beersheba. The name of the well is Sheba, so Beersheba. 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 Stupid stories. Listen, if you read Bible stories with your right senses, you will see it does not make sense. No sensible person will believe Bible as the truth. No reasonable person will believe there is God. Unless that person is still having some religious thought hidden in his head, but pretending to be awakened or woke. Because if you are awakened or truly woke, you won't have any iota of belief in God in you. You won't have fear of God. You won't have faith in God. You won't have hope of God. You won't have love of God. You won't humble yourself under any God. Verse 34. When Esau was 40 years old, he took as wives Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and they were a grief of mind to Isaac and Rebekah. Is it not the same problem you're having in your Christian marriages? Your brother marries, you marry, problems start in your family. Brothers or brethren, we were living well. Brothers and sisters living well, no problem. Immediately marriage comes in, grief. Marriage brings grief to a person or to a family. That's why Jesus saying he did not come to bring peace in your family, but division. Father against son, son against father, mother against daughter, daughter against mother, mother-in-law against daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. Are you not having that problem today in your family? Why? Marriage. Isaac married. Esau married. Grief came to their family. So they were a grief of mind. They hide it, or it's burning them. To Isaac and Rebekah. Oh, why do you marry two wives? Why do you marry from that family? Why do you marry from that? They follow you to do their traditional marriage, their court marriage, their church wedding. They follow you to do all that, and they are suffering or they have a grief of mind. In them, they are not happy with you, but they come with gift. How dare you marry a Muslim? How dare you marry a Christian? How dare you marry a Jew? How dare you marry a Buddhist? How dare you marry a traditionalist? Oh no, we don't. Do not unequally yoke with unbelievers. Do not join them. Evil communication corrupts good manner. But when you want to make money, you run to China, import goods there, and become billionaire, saying it is God that made you rich. Chinese people are atheists. You theists, but you always run to unbelievers to save you, and later you say it was your God that saved your ass. Idiots, stop lying to yourselves. Not everybody have that itching ears that hears gospel of God and Jesus. No, we have hearing ears, not itching ears. We can hear you loud and clear, and that proves your God cannot talk anything. That's why you are talking. Stop talking and let your God talk, and you see how dumb you are. No God will show up to help you in time of need. So that God you are seeing in your dream, vision, and revelations, destroy them, reject them. You don't. They are not real. If they are real, you won't be suffering today. God